This is the Infinix Note Edge. Let's talk about it. Infinix has released their Note series for the year 2026, the Note Edge, which I have here, the Note 60 Pro. There's a rumor of a Note 60 Ultra. If you've not already seen my video on the Note 60 Pro, you might want to check it out. Right now, it's probably the most exciting mid-range phone. I'll have a link in the description. The Note Edge is a more affordable version of the Note series, which is also premium in its own way. It is the only one with a curved AMOLED display, and I think it's the slimmest. This one comes with the MediaTek Dimensity 7100, and when you look at its specs on paper, it's a good upgrade even from the Note 50 Pro from last year, which I believe came with the Helio G100 Ultimate. Also, looking at the price point the Note Edge comes at, you will find that it is one of the very few phones around that price category that offers 5G. I mean, in this region. For context, we have the likes of Samsung's Galaxy A26. Every other smartphone in this price category is 4G, either running a Helio G100 Ultimate or G200 Ultimate. Of course, you will still find other 5G phones at significantly lower price points, but not in this price category, and the performance of those don't even come close. In this video, we're going to look at the Note Edge in detail and at some point compare it to the Note 60 Pro for those that might be wondering which would best suit their use case. So let's start with the unboxing experience. Typical of Infinix as you'd expect, it has all the essential accessories, charging brick, wired earphones, a protective casing, also a glass screen protector, so you don't have to worry about buying one. So you pretty much buy the Note Edge and you're good to go, no need to get additional accessories. As is common with Infinix Note series, we still have the JBL tuned stereo speakers, which actually give good sound. We don't have the headphone jack. We still have the IR blaster for controlling your electronic devices. The power button and volume keys are on the right frame, and just below them you have the one tap button, which you can set to either trigger your voice assistant, camera, or any shortcut option you choose. There's nothing on the left frame. The Note Edge accepts dual nano SIM cards. The storage is not expandable. You are going to get it in two storage options, 128 or 256 gigs, both with 8 gigs of RAM. The Note Edge has a design you could say is different from the previous generations. Aside the obvious curved display, it has more of a slightly curved build even on the rear. The camera platform is different, a bit similar to what we have on the Note 50 Pro, but you can see the obvious design difference. The Note Edge comes in a couple of interesting colors. This is the shadow black. You also get it in stellar blue, lunar titanium, and silk green, which I'll say looks the more premium, and it has a very fine texture. Also looks like that one shimmers differently under sunlight. But the other color options have matte textured finish, which does a good job to hide smudges and fingerprints. Although on the camera bump, you can see I've already smudged this one. We still have that signature active halo lighting, which is next to the cameras on the camera bump, and you can use it for notifications. It shows when you're charging, playing games, playing music. You can also customize it as you see fit. It would have been even more interesting if we were able to get that matrix display, but it's a more affordable phone. You can't have everything. The display is nice to operate, the bezels are symmetrical, and the curved edges gives it that premium look and feel. It's a vibrant, good looking display which gets really bright. It can get as high as 4500 nits of peak brightness, so using this outdoors will pose no issues. The display refresh rate is 120Hz, so you get that fluid experience operating the UI. For protection, we have Gorilla Glass 7i. More on the build quality, it has an IP rating of IP65 for dust and splash resistance. So while this will survive raindrops and accidental drops in water, do not take it swimming. The fingerprint scanner on the Note Edge is optical and it does a good job to unlock the device. No issues or delays so far in my experience. Now let's talk software. XOS 16.1, a major overhaul from the previous XOS version. Infinix has adopted a more transparent approach to the UI elements, a lot similar to what we saw with Apple's Liquid Glass, but Infinix calls theirs Glow Space UI. Yes, it looks straight out of Apple's UI playbook, but I love the implementation here. Now, one thing I noticed with the transparent effects using the Note 60 Pro and using the Edge is that on the control panel, while we have the transparent elements on the UI, on the notification panels for the Note Edge, it doesn't have that level of transparency that we get with the Note 60 Pro. This could probably be because mine is a review unit, or that is how Infinix decides to distinguish the software a bit from the higher versions. But if you have the Note Edge, do let me know if yours is transparent on the notifications panel. Beyond transparency, there is still a lot more to the software. XOS is known to have a lot of customization options, and when you go to the lock screen, the home screen, there is plenty to see. There's depth effect on the lock screen. There's even depth effect on the home screen. That is why I have my ugly face on the wallpaper here to show you the home screen depth effect. Now, the depth effect on the lock screen works on most wallpapers that are compatible, but then on the home screen, it needs to be a human subject. So if I have a picture of maybe a cat, it's not going to give you the depth effect. When activated, you can see how the app icons go behind the subject. Nice effect. I don't think Apple even did theirs to this extent. So maybe they did it better. As we know, XOS is not lacking when it comes to multitasking. We get split screen, we get pop-up. And then on the area of software support, we are going to get 5 years total, 3 years of major OS upgrades, and 2 more years of security updates. XOS still comes with a couple of pre-installed applications which you can uninstall. And then, as we found with the Note 60 Pro, it also gets that add feature on the quick panel which helps you identify what app is responsible for sending you ad. I've received some ad notifications on this device, but then they are easy to disable. And then AI is not left out. Infinix packed the Note Edge with a couple of AI features. We're talking call assistant, translation assistant, document assistant, AI writing, recording summary, AI subtitles, AI gallery, including circle to search, which you can use to identify objects maybe on your screen or sound that you hear. And then there is the voice assistant Folax, which was previously integrated with DeepSeek, but now Infinix gives you the option to use ChatGPT, Gemini, Meta AI, Grok, all in one AI assistant. Pretty packed if you ask me, especially for a budget phone. Precisely without downloading another application, you can get AI suggestions from ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, and the others. Now let's talk performance. MediaTek Dimensity 7100, a 6nm processor, which I'll say is one of the better performing processors when you look at other devices around the same price point. If I'm to give my experience on the performance of the Note Edge from the day I unboxed it up until now, the first day or two, I experienced some delays with the software, slight delays when unlocking the device, but then there was a software update which fixed that completely. That is to say, you probably do not have much to worry about the level of support you are getting here because the updates actually fix bugs. But then again, as I mentioned before, that delay might not even be in the retail version since mine is a review unit. But then, software updates fix mine. It comfortably handles high graphics gaming, and during the few gaming sessions that I had, the device did not get hot enough to be of concern. Of course, depending on how long you game and the kinds of game you play, you would experience some heating here, but not to the point of concern, so far in my experience at least. As for battery life, the Infinix Note Edge is impressive in that regard. It's a 6500 mAh battery, which is silicon carbon, which actually explains why we can have such large battery capacity in such a slim phone. I believe 7.2 millimeters. And then if you need to charge, you have 45 watts charging brick that comes in the box. Yes, this is a shade to some brand. Now let's talk about the camera performance of the Infinix Note Edge. It comes with a 50 megapixel main camera and then 13 megapixels for its selfie. If you are taking photos of subjects up close, you have that good depth effect. On the selfie camera, it also does a good job, but I recommend disabling the default beauty filters unless you like the smoothing effect. To the best of my knowledge, there is no optical image stabilization on the main camera, but the software stabilization does a good job. Now, for those that might be looking to choose between the Note 60 Pro or the Note Edge, here is where they differ. They don't come in the same price category, but they offer some similar features. This, of course, is the more premium. This one is premium in its own way thanks to the fact that it has a curved AMOLED display, but then it has a 120Hz refresh rate. This one has 144Hz, and from the active halo lighting here, you can see this one has the matrix display and this one has just the halo lighting. The Note 60 Pro has the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4, which is a higher processor compared to the Dimensity 7100, but then both have 5G. They both have the same Android 16, XOS 16.1, and they will both get 5 years of software support. But like I mentioned before, the transparent UI elements on the Note 60 Pro cuts across both the control panel and the notifications, but on the Note 60 Edge, it's just on the control panel and then the lock screen, but doesn't go into the notifications panel. The Note 60 Pro also gets the sensor here you can use for blood oxygen and health monitoring, but we don't get that with the Note 60 Edge. Both phones have a dedicated button. You can call it the action button. The 60 Pro has it on the left, while the Note Edge has it on the right. Both are remarkable. Same battery capacity, but the Note 60 Edge has 45 watts charging speed, while this one is twice that. And then in the camera department, both have a 50 megapixel rear camera and 13 megapixel selfie camera. although the Note 60 Pro gets an ultra wide camera, which we don't get here. Thanks to the higher processor, this can shoot 4K 30fps videos. This one maxes out at 2K 30fps. That's pretty much a summary of how they compare. Both solid devices. If you have the budget for it, you want to go for the more premium Note 60 Pro, but then if you also want that premium feel and you want to spend a little less, Note 60 Edge checks most of the boxes, especially for a phone at its price point. The Infinix Note Edge is an interesting device. When you look at where Infinix is coming from, hardware-wise, software-wise, I'd say they have come a long way. When it comes to value for money, when you compare it to other devices around its price point, spec for spec, the Note Edge edges out, if you get what I mean. It offers great value. It has a curved display, it has that premium feel, it is lightweight, it checks most if not all of the boxes for a phone at this price point. However, I still think Infinix should pay more attention to the cameras, especially on image processing. Yes, it does a good job, but I feel that it can still be better. But yeah, that is the Note Edge from Infinix. Cool device. If you want to know more about the Note 60 Pro, I have video linked in the description. And if the Note 60 Ultra comes out and I get my hands on it, you might want to stay subscribed to the channel and turn on notifications. And that is the end of my review. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk or my Infinix review.